I'm going to discuss my ayahuasca trip, and this one will be the pilgrimage portion of it. Um, the reason I took ayahuasca and wanted to do that was because my DMT trips were very intense and rather scary to partake alone. So I wanted to do ayahuasca and I wanted to experience that, but I needed a setting where I felt so I had someone there to watch my back, more or less, some support group. So I looked online, I did my research, and I found a place called La Familia Medicina in Peru, just outside of Iquitos. Um, and it was inexpensive enough for me to do, and well worth it after the fact. And this is my description of the trip, because the trip was a large portion of that experience. Getting on a plane, being in the airports, traveling that far, going to a country I didn't know, and an experience of culture that was new. The whole experience of that trip was part of the pilgrimage. It took me out of my comfort zone. It put me in and said, look, I am doing this now, into a focus where that was part of the trip to do ayahuasca. It was part of the pilgrimage. A large part of that was meeting people and talking with them to discuss things. Many people had beliefs that were similar to mine, some not, and all that discussion was part of the experience. They've come to do ayahuasca. Some I met were just in the motel that I was there, and other experiences that I had within that framework. Now, when I finally got to the retreat center, which was in the jungle, far away, that in itself added to the experience, because it's like, this is out of the normal comfort zone. This is uniquely far away. I'm in the middle of the Amazon rainforest in Peru, and there's nothing around, nothing, for miles that I could get to. There's no way out, in other words. This was going to be my experience. And I'm grateful for that, because it's certainly added so much to the context of that experience. The cultural diversity, the cultural integration, the people that were working there were just fantastic. And then it came down to ceremonies, and the ceremonies in themselves were culturally rich with the experience of a shamanistic to describe it is one thing, to experience it is another. And again, this was during the ayahuasca, so the experience was mixed with that. But just the ceremonies that went with it added. The icaros and the care and concern. Icaros are the songs that the shamans sung. All of this added to an experience which, even without ayahuasca, added to my life experience, and to say the least, gave me insight into what life is about.